Bitcoin is sitting at a critical reclaim zone right now. In today's midweek structure update, we'll break down what price need to do to stay bullish, how Ethereum is reacting, and what gold and silver are telling us about the overall risk sentiment. Oh boy, this is something I enjoy to do with you guys every now and then. If we look back yesterday, I showed you guys key levels that Bitcoin needs to hold. And I even go down to the 15 minutes time frame and show you guys precisely key levels that price need to respect if we are to see. Sorry, I had to check my mic. Key levels that price must respect if we are to see Bitcoin go to the upside or go to the downside. And I told you clearly that altcoins are going to react to what Bitcoin is doing. And when I spend so much time analyzing Bitcoin, what I want to achieve is to understand where altcoins are going to be leading or where they are going to be heading towards. Guys, altcoins going to make us more money than Bitcoin, no doubt. But you need to understand what moves altcoins. And my videos is just to teach you how to read the market so that you don't lose money trading or investing in any asset out there. Having said that, guys, make sure you hit that subscribe button early and let's dive straight away into the show for today. Guys, let's just stick with our normal time frame here. Let me just go to this chart that we have been talking about here. This chart, yeah. So um we had a really good show last week and still this week. So I'm gonna take off this my liquidity indicator. The reason why I'm gonna bring it later, I'm gonna explain to you guys why I brought the liquidity indicator. Um, you know, so let me just take it off first. I'm gonna bring it later. Let's just do a raw analysis of the market. Then after that, I'm gonna bring in that indicator. So basically, what I want us to observe here is what price did here. I told you if we are to break this zone, let me just go first to the 15 minutes time frame so that I should show you. I'm going to show you where what I was talking about based on the direction of price. So this was the zone I was looking at towards the beginning of the US session. I told you guys that if we are to see price break below and close below this level, then we should be expecting price to mark more downward or to go towards the downside or to favor downward movement. And if we see price break above this level here, then we should look at price to favor more upside. And you can see clearly we break and price favor downside more than upside. You can see here multiple rejection after this huge dip here. So this would have been your confirmation on the 15 minutes time frame that price want to continue to mark or to drop down to the downside. And this would have been an amazing trade. You would have looked at previous price action to give you the target for that move. You would have like gotten out here, right? That would have make mean something really awesome at 89 at least $1,000, you know. But now we are here. We break the zone that I marked precisely on the 4 hours time frame. Okay, this was the zone I marked, and this zone was crucial. Why? Because if you look in the past on the 4 hours time frame, we have had multiple rejection here, and this is in confluence with what happened back then. So seeing that price just break through this level, okay, to me, it's okay, but it's concerning looking at the fact that we have been making higher highs, higher lows here on the 4 hours time frame, and we break this low. And this next low on the 4 hours time frame should be the whole the levels that we should be expecting price to hold. Why? We have the value, the POC around this area and the value area low around this area based on the volume profile. But now I told you guys that if we are to see price break and close below the level that I mentioned and price stays below 88 $100,000, then there's high chance we can visit this low right down here at $80,000 for Bitcoin. Now, I want us to look at the midweek reversal. We have been talking about where Bitcoin is going to, and whether we are bullish or not throughout the week. And what we establish on the daily time frame and the weekly time frame is that we are bullish, right? If you look at the weekly setup, we are bullish. And if you look at the daily setup as well, we are bullish on the weekly and daily time frame. The question now is, can we trade this on the lower time frame? Or can we already start looking at the lower time frame to give us more perspective as to what we might expect on the higher time frame, like the daily time frame, if the structure is going to be broken? Now, if we are to expect this midweek reversal for today, what you should want to see is exactly what I showed you guys yesterday. Let's go drop down to the 1 hour time frame and see how price has been building. Okay, now what we don't want to see price do throughout the Asia and the UK session is that we don't want to see price take out the low of Asia, and we don't want to see price take out the high of Asia. What we want to see price do doing throughout the UK session is move sideways or consolidate sideways. Okay, now towards the end of the UK session, which is going to be soon, you know, we want to start seeing volume step in like what happened yesterday. You can see yesterday we saw volume step in, but before that time, volume was dying. You can look at this, and this is a zone I'm talking about. Let me just mark it for you. This was the zone I was talking about before that period. You can see volume was dying, and towards that area, that moment, volume started kicking in, and this was signaling that the market is going to change course towards a specific direction. Now we are back to this zone, and you can see how volume is low, and the moment we start seeing vector candles towards the end of the UK session and the beginning of the US session, that's when we start looking at the possible midweek reversal. And I think we are gonna get that midweek reversal today or tomorrow, just depend on how price is gonna react. But what I'm seeing here is this. We made this huge move to the upside, and we dropped level one, level two, level three. So we should be looking at least some sort of reversal back towards at least this value area high or this zone that we mark on the 4 hours time frame. Right, let's just go back there. So on the 4 hours time frame, this is the zone we mark here, the whole of this zone. So at least price should get back to at least 91,000 or 92,000 price point. I'm looking more towards the 94,000 price point, because this has been the zone that price has been gravitating around 90,000, $94,000. So if we are to go back now and look at the 15 minutes time frame, right? What I want to do now is simple. I want to bring in the volume profile again. We're not like continue to mark this volume profile throughout the session until we get to the until we get to the US session. And what I want you to pay attention to is this. I want you to do the same thing I mentioned, or pay attention to the same thing I mentioned yesterday. You can see, yeah, price is rejecting around this POC area, and this could be an order block here on the 50 minutes time frame that is forming. And if this is another block, then okay, we don't have to trade it yet. We have to wait until it forms well. And then towards the end of the UK session, we're gonna be around, let's say 14 from 14 o'clock, or like, yeah, 14 o'clock. That's my time, 2 p.m. I'm gonna start looking carefully at what price is gonna be doing. That's gonna be in like 15 minutes time from now, 2 p.m. my time. I'm gonna be looking at what price is gonna be doing for Bitcoin, so that for the next 1 hour 30 minutes, I'm gonna make up my mind what I wanna do. After seeing price behave that way. So I'm gonna be continuing like build that zone, and this is what you want to do. If say throughout the UK session, price is not able to break below or break above. If you see price break above this zone, then you know the trend is gonna be upward. You know, we see price break below and stay below. Let's say, you see one, two, three candles stay below and it's not able to go and take the next high. Then that's when we should be concerned and thinking they want to continue to mark price to the downside. Now, let me bring in the indicator that I talked about, the enhancement indicator, and I want to go to a different chart because I want to show you guys some stuff here that I want you to see. I think we should stay on Mexic chart with this. So let me just go now and bring in the enhanced indicator. Uh, let's see, where is it? Okay, so it's gonna load. It takes time to load. What I want us to see are the liquidity zones that we currently have today. And this liquidity zone, the more you see the reddish or the zone that you see that is more in red, like deep thick red, it means those areas are high liquidity areas. The one with gray, they are not. They are liquidity areas, but not that high liquidity. So that's why you see I'm looking at this level here, the whole of this level to be reclaimed today, this midweek reversal. And if we are to see Bitcoin reverse from today and get to this zone, it's not gonna be like all the reversal is gonna take place today. Maybe today and tomorrow until Friday, right? We can get to this level, then also recover right up to about $94,000. But this is the area of high liquidity that we should be paying attention to based on what I'm looking at here. Now, if you want to get this indicator, it's free of charge. It's my indicator. Just go to Trading View and you search for enhance the BETONG enhanced liquidity zone. Click on that and you're gonna get it. For now, I'm the only one who is using it. So, uh, the next thing we have to look at now is the liquidity heat map to confirm with what I just showed you guys earlier. You can see we have liquidity right up. The same thing that you can see, the same thing that I have on my liquidity zone there. Look at the same zone, guys. Look at the same thing here. The same what we got here. So I mean, this is accurate. Okay, it's accurate. It's not just bullshit. It took me a lot of time to code this and launch it on TradingView. Yeah. So based on all of these guys, I would say that um, like even if we are to go down a little bit, we are not gonna take out this low. Well, let me not say we're not gonna take out as if um it's not possible, but it's gonna be hard to just drop down like this. So if you're gonna be buying, yeah, on the 4 hours time frame, the best place you're gonna put your stop loss is around 130. That's a sweet spot for you, you know, so you can protect like from any sudden dip to the downside. But this whole zone is a huge demand and supply zone, and if we drop down, yeah, we're gonna see how this level is gonna be open for more liquidity. But for now, price is pointing more to the upside. Now, if we look at Ethereum, I mentioned something similar with Ethereum, that Ethereum is actually, you know, sitting at a sweet spot as well. But I was thinking Ethereum was gonna go, like do well based on what I saw on the analysis yesterday. But at the same time, I was looking at this level here back then. I'm like, okay, if this level rejected, and we are still like price is still choppy, it means we might see price reject around this area. Looking at what we got here, this M formation, yeah, this was a clear sign that they wanted to mark price more downward. But I was looking at this zone yesterday that they're gonna hold this zone at least, but price just went through straight, exactly on what happened with Bitcoin. So now I'm seeing price around this key area as well. In the past, we've had multiple rejection here. So maybe this the next 4 hours candle is gonna take us to the upside, or this 4 hours candle is gonna take us to the upside. But we want to see this perform well on the 1 hour time frame and also this time frame. And what Bitcoin is going to be doing is going to be similar to what Ethereum was going to be doing, right? So I'm not going to bother so much to want to mark key levels for Ethereum. What I want to see is if Bitcoin is going to make a huge move, is Ethereum going to start behaving the same way as Bitcoin, or going contrary to what Bitcoin is doing? So this is what I'm expecting to see based on that. And I think based on what I've seen before, we are we might target this higher for Ethereum, around 3,300. When price is gonna retrace based on the 15 minutes time frame setup. But if we are looking at let's say we want to be let me just say more conservative with our take profit, then this zone here, right, that we have high liquidity should be an important area of interest for Ethereum. Let me see if I can bring a different chart here, and it's gonna be the same thing. Let's see. Okay, yep, the same chart. Yeah, you can see. If we're gonna lose this zone for Ethereum, then this should be the zone that we get some sort of like, see, price just break this like nothing. So it means it can still go up there like nothing too. That's why I still think, looking at the 15 minutes time frame, right, we can easily grab this liquidity up here, this one in there, this huge liquidity here. If I see price stay above this zone, yeah, then we can easily grab this liquidity around $3,367. You can see this huge zone here. And if we go to the liquidity heat map for for Ethereum, we're gonna see that the upside is more than the downside today, for the day, and we can go right up to $3,100 for now. Looking at this liquidity, and I think we're gonna get this midweek reversal for Ethereum. Guys, I'm not gonna spend so much time on Ethereum because what I have been saying with Bitcoin, the same thing playing out with Ethereum. And if we go to Solana, let's see. Yeah, the same thing, guys. The same game is playing here. Same thing is going on here with Solana. You know, if you just see Bitcoin start giving us that flavor, or what you should do is get some Solana or get some Ethereum. But you can see it's building that structure. Look at what just happened here. Look at this rejection here based on the 50 minutes time frame. Look at this here. So this should be a clear sign that you don't want to take us down below this level. So if you're gonna place an order here, your stop loss should be just below this area. Yeah, you know. I'm just gonna place take a trade right now. No, I think I should wait a little bit before I take the trade. I'll wait at least the next 7 minutes or 10 minutes before I take the trade, or take a trade out, or maybe I take a trade at 2:30, or 3 o'clock. I'm gonna see how price is gonna react. But now, based on what we have been seeing with Bitcoin, Ethereum, then I think Solana is going to react to that. Looking at the fact that Solana has been one of the coins that have done really heavily, right? You can see clearly. Solana was doing so well. Look at the huge from where price left. Price has come back, like price have literally come back there, right around this 124 price point and so on. So yeah, guys, this is it's crazy. That's why when I see people behave as if price is gonna go up forever, the way they behave, like, oh, they cut the move, then they stay without taking out profit. I'm like, oh boy, if you only know that price is gonna come back to where you bought it before. And if you look at this volume profile, you can see this zone is a pretty decent zone. You can see clearly, yeah, this zone is a highly demand, like it's a demand and supply zone, and that's why we should expect some sort of rejection here when price is gonna get to that level. You know, so yeah, I think this is gonna be really fantastic um for altcoins, if we see Bitcoin, actually react positively. Asta actually, I mean, Asta has been playing like crazy. I've been trying to catch this move with Asta, but you know, Asta hasn't been giving me that opportunity yet to get into any serious trade. But this is the zone that if we see price break and close above, then I'm gonna confirm my buy here and place my stop loss just below this area here, just closer to this zone. Yeah. Okay, let's see what gold is doing today. Actually, gold has been doing so well. If we look at, we have already established this on the daily time frame and the weekly time frame that gold is bullish. Even today, you can see gold has gone to like it's like there's psychological zone for gold should be out around $5,000. So gold is going to hit $5,000. You know, I mean maybe this week it might or next week. I think that's where price is heading towards, and the same thing I mentioned um with silver. Silver is going to $100. That's what happened with silver. And I've marked these key areas here that we should be expecting price. But you can see the sentiment for gold and silver is great, is good. Gold is doing well. I mean, gold is considered as a risk off asset, as usual. Silver is joining that league. But Bitcoin and Ethereum market always come back, you know, come after gold and silver or other risks of asset are doing well. So it means, no matter what we want to say about Bitcoin or gold is actually the boss. Yeah, gold actually is what. So let's just see or wait and see how price is gonna react when the US market is open. I wanna show you guys something here. You know, this is mock coin, and I I mentioned, okay, I told you guys that mock coin is gonna come back here, right? This was a great fair value gap. The fair value gap is still here. I mean, there are many fair value gap, not like there have been. There are many fair value gap. Yeah, like I would say, the whole of from year to this level before was a fair value gap, and now that they have recovered this other one, this is the one which is left. I think they recover part of it. This fair value gap. Yeah, they already grab some of it. You can see. So that's why I'm thinking we should expect we should expect more coin to reverse from this area, at least to try to attempt to go and make the next high, right? And if that's gonna fail, we can become concerned about what will hold next. But again, guys, it's gonna depend on what Bitcoin is gonna do, right? If Bitcoin is gonna hold that key level, these are the coins you want to buy. More coin, Asta, Bitcoin, they move alongside Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana. These are the coins I see. SP Avocaspa moves usually after when Bitcoin has moved. Well, you understand the idea here. You look at this price action, you see that it's in confluence to this one. You can see this is Bitcoin up, now down. Look at more coin up, now down. Look at Bitcoin up, now down. Guys, is the same thing. It's the same thing. You just need to understand, okay, if you are at a strong resistance level for more coin, you're getting out. Don't wait until Bitcoin start doing stuff before you get out. When you get to a key level, you get out and allow price to break first that key level, come back. That's when you are looking for the next buy. And if price is not able to break, you know that you're gonna from switch from the direction that you have been trying to, or you have been expecting price to move towards. So yeah, guys, this is exactly um what I think is going to happen this midweek. So pay attention to every details. Don't rush. Just wait and see how price is gonna react. When price get to those key levels, as I mentioned, like stay on the 50 minutes time frame. Try to mark those key areas there. And if Bitcoin is gonna respect those key areas, then you want to start looking now for that buy. Like yeah, I mentioned that if we had to take out this level, yeah, then we need to like reverse. Yeah, guys, I was right that this should be an order block. Yeah, and this should take us at least reclaim this a year. Okay, so yeah, this is another block there. Okay, um, yeah.